Okay, so I wanted to talk about something that might be a bit funny for some people. I just thought it'd be kind of a fun thing to talk about, and I wanted to talk about, what does it feel like, or what it's like to be in an accident on a bike. Now, I have two examples. I've only ever been in two accidents. One was me, myself, and I, and then one was another person's fault. So, me, myself, and I is the first one. I was coming around a corner, hit a patch of gravel, and I slid, and I got dragged down the road a few feet and into a ditch. So kind of like one of them, except it's down, if that makes sense, because it's a ditch. And I got dragged into that, and the bike is on my leg. Thankfully, I want to add in, neither of my crashes, I didn't break anything, just bruises. But with that accident, my first accident, it's the same with any bike accident. It doesn't actually hurt initially, unless you've broken something. Then you'll know yourself that you've broken something. But generally, it doesn't really hurt, because the minute you slide, your adrenaline just boom, skyrockets. Because the minute you come off, your body's like, fuck, this something bad's after happening. So initially, you don't really feel it, and you don't really feel anything for about an hour or so, or you might feel a bit of pain here and there, but it won't be as sore. Won't be as sore as it will be later on. So in my first accident, I had serious road rash on my right hip and upper back. Oh, my voice cracked. Money out of bed, so that's my excuse. And then I had a huge, a fucking huge, like, I'm going to use an American term, a softball size, so like an indoor football size bruise on my arm, going from my elbow and up, because I hit elbow first. But all my padding and gear saved my life. I had a pair, it didn't save my life, it saved my bones and from getting nasty cut. I was wearing Kevlars at the time, and my Kevlars actually broke through the denim layer and actually broke through the Kevlar layer, because the ditch was kind of serrated in a way, because the road just kind of ends, it's not smooth or anything. But the knee pad actually saved my knee from serious harm, because the knee pad had marks in it and I only had a bruise on my knee. So none of that really hurt until it's kind of like the day after, and I woke up to go to college. I didn't have a bike, so I had to get up earlier to get a bus, and I just couldn't fucking get up. I was so fucking sore. I had to go to college. I went to college and I got up. I was so sore. I couldn't lift my backpack. I couldn't lift my laptop out of my bag. I couldn't do anything. And it was like that for about a week. And then the bruises started to turn like a real purple, and then they started to turn like a real brown. But that was my first real accident. That was my own fault. My second crash was my most recent accident on this little bike. Basically, I didn't actually really explain it. I put up a video, but I didn't really explain in detail. Basically what happened, I was in it was a two-lane road, and I was in the left lane, she was in the right lane. My lane, you could go left and straight ahead, and in her lane you could only go straight, and no turning in that lane. She decided she was going to turn left, and I mean abruptly. She didn't use her mirrors. I think she'd done the typical car driver thing, stuck on an indicator and went, because I seen an indicator, but I seen it when I was here, so there was no fucking going back. So she hit me on my left, and the bike went dead away, and I went dead away. I went over a car and landed on my back and slid for about a good 20 feet. I wasn't in any pain at that time. My foot was sore, it's sore. I was kind of hobbling on it. I was like, okay, this is fucking sore. I was kind of like, okay, I think I'm after breaking my foot. but the adrenaline isn't letting me feel the brake. It's just a bit of pain. And then I landed on, because I landed on my back, I hit my head off the ground. My back was a little sore and I was winded, but I didn't have any neck pain or back pain, so I was like, okay, I don't need an ambulance, it's just my foot. I was wearing my racing boots, and they have a big metal plate on it, so I'm 100% certain that if I didn't have those boots on at that time, I probably would have been, my foot would have been in a lot worse state. My foot basically took all the impact. Like, she broke the peg and she broke my back brake peg with my foot still on it. So initially, after that accident, I didn't actually feel too much pain. About an hour after or so, you know, my adrenaline was starting to wear off. Like, I had a lot of adrenaline because of the nature of it. You know, I got hit by a car and I flew over a car and landed pretty hard. So my adrenaline lasted a lot longer than I thought it was. So after about an hour, my foot was in agony. I couldn't walk on it properly, and I was kind of like, okay, you know, I'm going to give it a little longer. If the pain gets worse, I'm going to go to the hospital, because more than likely it was broken. But thankfully it wasn't broken. It was really badly bruised and swollen on the inside. I could have possibly fractured it. The day after, I couldn't get up out of bed because I couldn't lift my neck, because I hit my head and I landed on my back. That's when the pain really started. I couldn't actually lift my neck and I couldn't turn in my bed. I was in a lot of fucking pain because I was all bruised on the inside, and an inside bruise takes a lot longer to show than a regular bruise. I couldn't lift stuff, I couldn't put stuff on my back. I couldn't lift my bag. I couldn't really walk for a little bit. Like, I couldn't put much pressure on my foot. I couldn't move my neck, you know, and it just really started to hurt after. But, you know, initially you don't feel any of that shit. And, you know, thankfully, I've never been in a bad accident where I've broken something or I couldn't move or yada yada yada. You know, my bike's still here, so it wasn't too bad. It was a low enough speed. It was, that's fucking, I've no grip. Okay. I've actually no grip. Oh shit! Oh, yeah, that's not fucking good. Go on, you cunt. Had actually no grip there, didn't like that. Oh, what the fuck was that? That's my experience. I hope I've enjoyed. If you did, please leave a like. If you haven't subscribe already. You know, follow my Instagram, like my Facebook, shameless plugs, yada yada. And I'll talk to you all in the next video.